Hi, did you miss me? Okay, so my name is Andrea. I am coming to you from the quilting shed just outside of Fredericton, New Brunswick. In case this is coming across your screen and you're like, who the heck is this? Anyway, we're here to talk quilting. The summer is winding up, so that means videos are back on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Woohoo! Um, I know it's going to take us a minute to get back in the saddle, but yeah, well, show up, Mom. Somebody's got to hassle me in the comments. Hello, Danielle. Thank you. Haven't seen you in so long. It's been like 5 minutes since we chatted. Today I'm wearing my Love Sewing Notions shirt. I made it myself over the summer. I figured out how to do t-shirts with my silhouette machine and the iron-on vinyl. So there's a few new shirts to show you. As you can tell by my lovely pasty white skin, I do not spend my summer outside getting tanned. I spend it inside, staying sun free. It's great. I got a whole bunch of stuff done this summer. Not everything on my list, and probably not even half of my list, because of course, why not like a great my summer list. Our summer list was like redo the basement floor in the downstairs bedroom, and get caught up on all my quilting, and put my arm up for sale and sell it and get a new one, and do all your regular summer relaxing things, and visit my family a metric ton of times, um, and finish all my other sewing projects, and get the store all cleaned, and do the inventory, and do extra videos, and maybe plan a few classes, and get a bunch of patterns written. Can't imagine why I couldn't get that all done in 2 months. Weird. Anyway, so we did do some things, and I'm going to make you look at some of the stuff. We're going to start off with a bit of show and tell before we get to some of the newer things that are in the shop, because things go down in the summertime because y'all are out gardening and visiting, and then they start to come up again. You would be surprised at the amount of people that have been in the shop from other places, not just other provinces, other parts of New Brunswick, but clear other countries and continents. The furthest away we had was somebody from Switzerland, and they were driving across Canada in an RV. Don't know where they are now, but they were here. So one of the things they did finish, you may have seen me this in the shop before. I had it over the Aurifil thread, but I got it quilted in a way I was happy with mostly, and I got some binding on it. There you go. This is all the nice spools of Aurifil thread that we carry with the orange and the 40 weight. Yeah, 40 weight. That's 40 weight, isn't it? Or is it 50 weight? See, now I can't even remember. It's been so long. Yeah, 50 weight. Jeez, my brains are just. Yeah, so I got that quilted, and I did a lot of quilting this summer on my domestic machine. So this was all done with a walking foot. So now when you look at my stuff, you can say, okay, all right, Andrea didn't use a fancy long arm on this. I don't need fancy tools. I just need to practice. That's really all it is. This was a quickie, just because it was in the middle of the pile I'm showing. This was a leftover block from a quilt I did. You can see the rest of the quilt at a quilt show that is coming up at the end of September, near the end of September. I'm going to tell you about that in a few minutes. But just take your leftover block, quilt it, bind it. Good. There's the back. I know, isn't that great? All red and cream. And also, again, this nice starburst design. All walking foot quilting. Didn't even use a ruler. And this one I finished quilting. You may have seen this flopping around the shop half done. And I got it all bound and everything. This one, I have all the fabric for you. Nice coffee stuff. And some free motion quilting and some walking foot quilting. Did I use a ruler? I did not use a ruler. I used my walking foot, and I went a quarter inch away from seam lines. That was it. This pattern is also available when you buy the mini quick curve ruler. It's in the package with the ruler. So if you have the mini quick curve ruler, you can make this runner. It's very cute. You make it as big or as small as you want. You don't have to make it this big. Speaking of runners, I was going through my stash, and as you know, You can only make so many big quilts, so you start making smaller things, and then you start thinking up people to give things away to. So I messaged my daughter and I was like, I'm making you runners. Tough. It's great having kids. You can be like, I'm doing this. You're living with it. Oh, well. She's like, okay, mom, whatever. So, one of the things I did over the summer was I went to a friend's house and I helped her sort out her scraps. This is a service that I can sometimes provide. It only cost her a tea and a blueberry muffin, and I hauled away a garbage bag. Like, win-win for both of us. I got home with a bag of scraps, and my husband said, "I think you're doing this wrong." But anyway, you're supposed to bring fabric out of the house, honey, not bring it in the house. I'm like, anyway, one of the fabrics that I snagged from her was this lovely hot sauce fabric. No idea where it came from, but my daughter Sarah, her partner Stuart, he really likes hot sauce. So I made them a runner. Woo, nice long runner with hot sauce and some nice orangey red hot sauce. So if there are accidental spills, nobody will notice because it matches. So that's for their nice table or their island, whatever. Homage to hot sauce. And I used every last bit of the hot sauce fabric because I also made them coasters. There's 3 coasters, not 4, not 2, 3, because that's how much it used up. That was it. And I found my Halloween fabric stash, which was not with my regular fabric. When we cleaned up the basement, it was down there. Um, so I also made Sarah some Halloween. Um, I made her some Halloween runners. Not She didn't have any kids, but I made her this very nice, um, very fun and funky kid-like one. I figured she could put a bowl of candy over top of it. I think where she lives in like a suburb area. I think they get a fair number of kids trick or treating. So this is a nice runner, that nice braid type pattern for her. It's all the kid version. And then I thought, well, you need a little classier version. And this was one I wanted to make with like grays and oranges and blacks. So she's got that one too. Ooh, and my friend Heidi is back in the comments. She went to the Iowa State Fair and looked at quilts this summer. Cool. The other thing over the summer when we did have a lot of tourists, about half the people that came in, of course, were with somebody else that wanted to look at quilts. So we had a great time, or I had a great time, talking to non-quilters about quilts. They do have an appreciation. It's out there. So this is the last one I'm going to show you. So my daughter Sarah really loves blue. Blue is her favorite color. And when they get a chance to go somewhere, they've been holed up a lot. They haven't been going anywhere because of COVID and things and other pandemics. So I made her this runner because it's got all her favorite blues in it. Blues and greens, every blue and green that I had in my. If you have a Dresden wedge ruler or one of those long 9 or 10 degree rulers, this is about 8 inches or so. Doesn't really matter. And I just kept going until it was as big as I thought. At first, I cut out 1 or 2 pieces of every blue and green I had in my stash, and then I wanted it bigger, so I just kept going. She's really going to like this, I'm sure. So that's what I did. I did way more than that, but I'm only going to show you that because we'd still be here for an hour, and I might get most of the way through the things I've done. And it looks like I do a lot, but I tend to do a lot of things in stages, and I rotate through a lot of projects. So then when I finish, I could be finishing things that are anywhere from 3 weeks old to 5 years old. It's just I'm at that stage of finishing, and it seems like I get a bunch of stuff done at once. That's all. Anyway, hey, look, the list is back. I need some tea. And I didn't have the long arm to work on for, I think it's been at least 3 weeks now. So I tried to focus more on smaller things I could quilt on my domestic. I played around with some rulers a bit. So there was a lot of trial and error and sort of other half completed things. And then every so often I'd just be like, I just have to do a bunch of binding here. So, new, if you like stickers, oh my goodness, look. Whoops, there we go. See that nice shiny logo? You can get it in a sticker format. I know, look. One of the sticker companies that I know of was doing a promotion, and I was able to get these very high quality stickers. And I have a few left. I was got them real cheap. So I did it just to companies do things like that so you can test your stuff out. It's actually really, really nice. So every member of my family already has one of these on their laptop. If you're not family and you still want one, I do have a few. So just ask when you're in or put a little note on your order. I don't want to give stickers to people who don't want them. I mean, but they're cute and they have my logo on it. So there's that. Stop, stop, stop. Get on track, Andrea. I know, more tea. It's been a while. It's going to take me a moment to get back in the saddle. Oh. The other thing is how many people popped in and said, I miss your videos. I was like, I miss you too. Some of them are like, you don't know who you are, but okay, you're a fan. Awesome. So the other thing that's on sale, it seems like there's a lot on sale, and there is, because we have to clear a ton of stuff out. We had a little buildup of things. Somebody got really order happy this year. That would be me. And some things didn't move out as fast as I had hoped. So we are clearing some stuff out so we can bring some new stuff in. Some of it's on its way. Heidi wants a sticker. Dude, I totally need to send you a sticker. Probably a big envelope of fun things too, because I know how much you like. One time Heidi and I did an art exchange. It was great. And it was many, many years ago. And I still have the art journal that we passed around that time. That was great. It's like I think it's like 20 years old at this point. But it just sits there in my bookshelf and I flip through it. It's neat. Some people trade fabric, some people trade other things. But I need to send Heidi some stickers. I need to send Sasha some stickers too. I promised her those like 3 months ago. I'm terrible. Anyway, one day I'll get back on the sticker train and everybody will be getting stickers again. So back to the Christmas fabric. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. And the very next day you gave it away. But this year, to save you some tears, I'm putting all that fabric on special. I know, it needs work. So we have a lot of fabric from last Christmas, and we have new this Christmas. This has already arrived. You can see it on the website, all the new stuff. But some of it's still down the hall. I had to haul out some yesterday because somebody was like, I need to buy some of this new stuff. Where is it? So yeah, there's still quite a chunk of last Christmas's stuff on sale. I am holding some mini charms here. Lots of $10 a meter Christmas fabrics, and you're starting to think about Christmas presents, and maybe you're doing some craft sales. I noticed there's a lot more craft galleries showing up. Maybe instead of craft shows, you're putting your work in one of these craft galleries and having somebody else sell your work for you, so you can just sit home and get paid every so often. You don't have to go out on the weekend because we're all getting older. I hear you. So yeah, this would be the time to start saving, because we have, charm packs for $10 that are Christmas. There's some left. This is one of the Time for Hot Cocoa. All the Time for Hot Cocoa line is on sale. Home for the Holidays, they have the red truck on them. I have lots of pre-cuts in this, and I have matching yardage. So anything with the red truck and the black and red check on it, that's really popular. Lots of pre-cuts for that and yardage, like I said. And these mini charms are only like $5. So, I mean, yeah. And I still have quite a number of jelly rolls for Christmas. Yeah, really nice jelly rolls for Christmas. $50 because I'm insane. I know. I just want to pass that gift of savings on to you. I'm so good like that. The other thing, before I get into some of the new notions we got, one of the things I was able to get my hands on was the Scrappiness is Happiness, the new book by Lori Holt. I did get in a few copies. This one's still on hold for somebody. And if you do want one, I'm putting in another order soon for more. So you can get your name on a wait list for those. I'll be ordering a few copies extra anyway. But these make lovely gifts if you have a family member who wants to give you a early Christmas present, birthday present, whatever. Oh, Angela's in the comments. Hi, Angela. Haven't seen you in a while later. I saw Angela like last week or something. Ah, so funny. So yeah, scrappiness is happiness from Lori Holt. If you love Lori Holt, you know what to expect in here. There are a lot of really good scrappy quilts in here. I like how she talks about her scrap storage. I kind of want to make this one because I just kind of like the Irish chains stuff. Yeah, this would really eat up your scraps. Holy lifting. And talk to me about background. This wasn't on my list, but if you're looking for like background fabrics, I got in a whole pile of Tohontone whites, and they are normally the $12 a meter, which is still a really good price. And I even have some where you can buy the whole stinking bolts for like $140, and because that you get a discount if you get the whole bolt. And these bolts are like 15-yard bolts. So yeah, it's a steal. Anyway, where was I? Stickers did that. Okay, and the other thing, since it's almost back to school time, and back to school to me means buying all the stationery, and I refilled all the friction pens. They sent me all these, I got ordered all these boxes of pens to refill this, and it was just like super awesome and amazing. And now I have one of every color. Unbeknownst to me, though, known to me, there were two purples. So we have the old purple and we have a new purple. This new purple, look at that. It practically matches like a magenta. I should test this. It's good purple. Purpley pink and a darker purple. And I have been using these over the summer to mark certain things, and I will discuss them more in another video. I already have a video on YouTube where I talk about frictions pens specifically for quilt marking on the outside, which I tend to not do because they can come back if it's really cold. Whew, tea break. I didn't get any new mugs over the summer. I know, I'm not used to this. This is crazy. You know what I should have done? I should have had a piece of that fudge because there's nothing like a hit of sugar and chocolate to get you going in the morning. You know what I should have used that friction pen for was to cross things off my list because I don't have my pencil. There we go. Okay. Oh, geez, we didn't even talk about all that. There we go. Got that. Got that. Got that. Oh, the other thing I made, I discovered, I thought it was a lightweight canvas, but it's actually a linen. We have a Robert Kaufman Essex linen with Carolyn Friedlander prints over it. We only have 3 bolts, but they are very useful. And one of the things that I made was this very lovely jacket, which, as my friend Susan said when she saw it, was like, oh my God, it looks like you bought it. It's got pockets. It's got a nice collar. The points turned out. It's got fancy top stitching. It's got reasonably okay seam finishes. I did flat felled seams. Got the matching thread in there. I am also going to work on some quilted coats. I have started. I'm very picky. I'm trying to talk myself out of ordering bolts of linen to finish quilted coats just for me. And, you know, so you can look at them. So if you are interested in some of the stocking garments or things, I will totally do that because that is also my jam. This is the throw it on over my hoodie to take Emma to school because Emma's got one more year left and I got to do the school run. Well, me and Ron, we don't have the schedule yet, but we'll figure it out. We always do. So there's that. And in case you missed it, ooh, we have a nice panel here to make this nice turtle bag. But we also got in some Tula Pink way over here on the new fabric shelf. I wanted to mention Tula Pink. So we do have some limited bolts of Tula Pink. We did have some pre-cuts and they went out the window really fast. I'll need to order some of those. Get that. The other thing, oh yeah, there was the new. I was going to show you the new fabric. Some of the new fabric with Father Christmas. Look at these. As the lady who was in yesterday, she said, Connie, she said, this is a lot nicer than it looks online, and the images online are accurate, but it doesn't show you the scale. So, like, imagine the fussy cutting you could do with these for like placemats and table runners. Absolutely gorgeous. It has, there's a lot of plainer prints with just like the snowy sky and the snowflakes and just the trees, but this one has the trees and Father Christmas and all the nice wintry animals like foxes and polar bears and bunnies and wolves and a big old snowy owl. So if that's your jam, I mean, it's my jam. I mean, really gorgeous stuff. So you should come in and look at that too. So there's that. And I've been posting regularly on Facebook highlighting some of the extra products we have. It's really great. So yeah, if you come in, woo, I tried not to move too much stuff around. Sometimes we just have to rearrange for space, but generally all the new stuff is right here. And all the regular stuff is in the room out back, which it's so cute to watch new people come in. They come in and it's like, oh, this is such a cute little shop. Oh, you've got so much. Oh, everything's all nice and organized. And then they get far enough that they can see there's like another room full of fabric. and the new people go, oh, there's a whole room full of fabric. And the guests, the non-quilters with them will go, oh God. And you can just see them going, I'm going to go outside and look at the yard. I was like, yes, feel free to wander around the yard, look at the flowers, take the dog for a walk, let the dog pee on the grass if you've got a dog with you in the car. Let the kids run around. Yeah, have fun while the quilter is in here drooling over fabric. So some of the new things I did get in. I tried to behave myself. I really, really did try to behave myself this summer. I know a lot of you are doing handwork, especially if you're driving back and forth. And in the fall, this time of year, some sports teams. I don't sports, but sports teams show up, and I know you might be in the stand and looking for some little hand stitching to do between innings, rounds, goals, balls going back and forth. I started to bring in some of the paper piecing. I misread. It said 2-inch hexagons. They meant 2 inches on one of these sides here and not like 2 inches across. So I have some very large hexagons here from paper pieces. If you're interested in me getting more shapes and more sizes, please let me know. I can easily order these in. I know it's getting easier to order some things in. Go figure. Still lots of stuff on back order here and there, but seems easier to catch it now. I got one of these 4.5-inch triangle square up plus rulers from Quilt in a Day. It has the notches on the sides. And I know some people have been asking for some Creative Grids rulers, which I don't have access to, but this is very similar to one of the Creative Grids rulers. There's always an alternative somewhere, I swear. I also got in a lot of new patterns. I know. I have so many patterns. I love patterns. You love patterns. We want to use that for stuff. Mini pumpkins. Jelly weave. This is to use up jelly rolls. I got in a lot from, this is from Cluck Cluck, so I brought in a lot of her stuff. Let me just sort them out because I want to make some of them too, because they will really help you use up your stash, use up your pre-cuts. Like, look at this gorgeousness. And I'm telling you, look at that basket case one. This Color Pop one is really good. Shimmer is my favorite, and I am extremely tempted to make this one. I probably, each one of these goes from baby to king. So if you're looking for stuff like that, and this one uses a bunch of fat quarters. And when it says fat quarters, in my head, I just go going through my stash. I just treat my stash like it's got fat quarters in it. Whether or not I have a fat quarter of a particular fabric to me doesn't matter. I'll make it work. just because you use, you cut out different parts of a block from one fat quarter, but if you don't have all one part to go over here, I'm okay with that. I'll just use different fabric. Yeah, so and these are big old 14-inch blocks too. So like I need another bed quilt, but yeah, I'll make it anyway. And I also got in some from another Canadian designer, uh, Highway 10 Designs. I really like their stuff. Again, lots of pre-cut workings. This one uses a bunch of yardage, which is great. They also do table runners and placemats, which you're looking for. Look at that. Looks a lot like the runner I just made. Interesting. This one, I'm really fascinated with the disappearing, not your like a disappearing 9 patch, but blocks that change from one side of the quilt to the other. This pokes all my buttons. I want to see somebody make this so I can live vicariously through you. That would be awesome. And another one, this called Home Quarter. This would be very similar to like the Yellow Brick Road type of quilt, where you just take a bunch of fat quarters, cut them all up, throw them all together. It totally works. Except in this case, they use actual yardage. So, ooh, for all you people who have like a yard of this, a yard of that. Oh, wait, I'm looking at borders. I can't read directions. Not today. So there's that. And this is a very interesting pattern too. I just thought it was cool. And for the Feathered Nest line, they had some matching patterns to go with the panels. So I got some patterns in for those too. Very cute. Lots of that fabric left as well. It's not on sale. Sorry. Now I know you're all practicing at home too, and I'm trying to get different things in so you can get your quilts done faster. So I managed to find these stencils with all over designs, this nice scroll design and this nice meander. So the idea is for free motion, if you're not confident enough or haven't practiced enough, which is totally fine. We all started somewhere, and I did things like this too when I started. You need to get that muscle memory in there, and one of the ways to do this is to just follow the line. So you get something like this, you use your chalk, pouncer or whatever to transfer the design onto the top of your quilt, and then just follow the lines. And you do this over a quilt top, I guarantee by the end of it, you'll be saying to yourself, okay, yeah, I get it. I might be able to do this freehand. Do it over another quilt top, and you'll be like, yeah, throwing it out. So these are less than $7, and it's good enough to get you going. You can get started, and that'd be really helpful because you want to finish your quilts, right? Yeah. Speaking of, I was talking to a couple of ladies this week. One of them was so excited. She was like, I'm finally here. I'm so excited. She hadn't heard of Quilt As You Go because she was trying to finish queen size quilts on her machine, and it was getting harder. So I had some suggestions for her. I talked to her about Quilt As You Go, and I said, wrote it down for her so she could go look it up on YouTube. Literally came back the next day and said, I looked it up. This is amazing. I think it's really going to help. And yeah, I want to buy that product that you have that I'm now out of to help her. It was the fabric glide handles the frame thingy that you set down, and I would show you, but it's gone. I did show them in another video. So anyway, I like negative space on a quilt. So here's a big feathery square. You do stuff like this after a while too, you get really good at it. And some nice corner designs. I did get more stencils. I'm just showing you some of them. Oh my goodness. And I didn't buy these for me because we came up with a system that I only have enough bolt buddies, they're called, the little clips that I have on the end of my bolts, the metal ones. Sometimes you'll pull fabric out of the shelf and you'll hear this metal hit the floor, and it's one of those fabric clips that I use on the bolts. I only have a certain amount of them because if I know I run out of them, then I have too many bolts in the shop. That's an easy way for my ADD brain to remember. But Lots of people have stashes at home that's at least as big as mine. And I know this because y'all got bigger rooms than I do. And some of you been at the fabric buying a lot longer. Um, and I know some of you take home the empty cardboard bolts. If you need some empty cardboard bolts, I haven't gone to the recycling center yet to put these in the blue bins. So I have a couple of boxes full of these. So if you'd like to organize your fabric, this is really handy if you have at least 3 yards or more of something and you want to store them nicely. And I have these clips. I know at least one person watching had asked me about more of these, and this is a package of 200, and I will sell them to you for $100, which is 50 cents a clip. Yeah, which is still pretty good. But if you want to organize, this is a handy way to do it. I'm selling them to you that cheap because I'm not splitting the package up. If I had to split up the package into smaller things, they would be a little pricier. But if this is your jam, I have some of these. I actually have 2 bags of these because I know at least 2 people are interested in lots of them. And I can get more. Whew. There, so we did that. That one I'm going to save till next time. And I talked about that one. I know. I started going down a list yesterday, and it was just like, there is way too much. Tabitha needs some cardboard. Tabitha, honey, you know I got you. You know, just pull your truck up to the other door, and we'll just start chucking them in the back. No, you just say I want a few, and I'll just run out and get some. So we have gone past our usual half hour. I know you don't care. You're happy to see me. I'm happy to see you. We're gonna have lots of stuff to cover. Yeah, I even have some stuff coming now that I'm excited to tell you about. I just checked the tracking. I love it when they send me tracking. I know. How are you gonna cram more in here, Andrea? I have ways. I have come up with things. Managed to make things even more organized. I love it. You know I love it. It's not work if you love it, right? So, last thing on the list is the Quilt Around the Clock quilt show from the Keswick Ridge Quilters. Now, I belong to this guild. This is one of the guilds that I am in. The guild meets up in Keswick Ridge, just outside of town. So it's like a Fredericton area guild. They are having their quilt show in September 23rd and September 24th. So almost the end of September, the Friday and the Saturday, at the Burt's Corner Lions Club. This is just outside of town on the north side of Fredericton, 15-20 minutes. No problem. It's in a nice big Lion Center. It'll be 2 levels. Yeah, they usually put the vendors downstairs. There'll be 4 of us. Of course, I'll be there. Yes, that's my point. I will be there at the show. You will see some of my quilts in the show, and I will be selling some stuff at the show. And it's one of my home guilds, so it'll be a rollicking good time. The theme is the Quilt Around the Clock, so it's very 50s themed, and I really, really want to dress up. I know, this is great. Ron's not in the guild anymore, but he was in this guild, and they were trying to convince him to dress up as Danny Zuko. I know, but if he was going to be Danny Zuko, I had to be Sandy. No, well, according to me, according to some of the organizers, they already had a Sandy. Was like, nah, that is my man. But he had just cut his hair, so he couldn't do the like pompadour and things, and he's not in the guild anymore. So, boo. So, but I might go full Pinky Tuscadero. You never know. Or maybe me and my friends, we can be like the pink ladies and get our pink satin jackets out. This will be great. So I do have some of these to put in your bag when you're here at the shop. So if there's directions on the back, and you can pop by the Keswick Ridge Quilters blog site. I'll be promoting the heck out of this, so don't worry, you won't miss it. There's going to be a quilt raffle. There'll be the vendors. They'll have a bed turning. There'll be refreshments. They'll have a members market. And if you don't know what these things are, it's fine. I'm going to tell you all about it because, like I said, 2 days of solid fun. This is not one of those things where you just go and you kind of look at a few quilts and 20 minutes later you're back on the road. No, This is worth the drive out there. And to me, if it's worth the drive out there, I better be staying there longer than it takes to drive out there and come back. Guarantee it, you will be spending at least an hour there. It's going to take you at least an hour to look at all the gorgeous quilts. I know because I know what I'm putting in there, and you're really going to want to look at them. I'm just saying. And I know some of the other ones that are going in, and they are flat out, drop dead gorgeous. So, seriously. And they always do like this absolutely amazing job of decorating to the theme. So, you will really have a good time. Not to mention the refreshments, tea, coffee, juice, little snack items. Mm, ah, chef's kiss. Yes, the husbands will be pleased too, but you could just leave them home if they don't want to look at quilts. Grab some girlfriends, some other textile fans, craft fans, people who just want to get out. It is a nicely aerated venue. I might wear my mask all day. I'm still wearing masks. Yeah, but I mean, the door will be open. It's very aerated, so it'll be a lot of some fresh air coming in. So I'll be super happy about that too. Yay. So yeah, I do think it's a lower risk kind of thing because it doesn't tend to be super crowded all the time. So that's that. We are back. You're going to start getting into the quilting mood. I know you are because y'all are coming in more often and getting back in the swing of things. New things are happening. Fabrics on sale. I'm in a good mood. You're in a good mood. It's not raining and it's not dead hot out. So I think we're going to have a good day. Anyway, we've gone well over time and I'm wrapping it up here. So tell me what you did this summer, either in the comments or elsewhere. When you come in, you can show me. Lots of people have been bringing in show and tell. I love it. You could pop into our Facebook group on the Quilting Shed front porch over on Facebook, and you can post what you're doing there. Nobody's allowed to say anything negative about your stuff. If it's not their style, then they can just move on to something that is. And I guess I will see you later. You go to your sewing room, figure out where you are with your projects, and then you come see me, and we will have a nice chat. And if not, I will see you next Wednesday, 9 o'clock, regular now from now till Christmas. Uh-oh. And catch you later. I got to heat up my tea. Missed you. Bye. 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 I got to figure out where the stop button is now. It's been so long. Bye. Goodbye, Prissa. Goodbye, Joyce. Goodbye, Tabitha. Goodbye, Heidi. Goodbye, Danielle. See you later.